This morning's second game of the UK HealthCare KHSAA Boys Sweet 16. The winners of the day's second game, the Montgomery County Indians. Head coach Jason Mays, student athletes Tice Jarvis, Caden Reed, and Luke Fawns. Coach, comments, please.
Season's been a story. The storyline's had its highs, had its lows. We're definitely playing our best basketball right now. I think traveling through the adversity of this season has made us who we are at this point. Just really happy for Montgomery County. Really happy for Montgomery County, the people of the county, the people of Mount Sterling, our school. We're really buying into doing what we do for reasons bigger than ourselves. So you guys saw the amount of people that turned out to support us. So I'm really happy that they get to share in this journey with us. Thank you.
Question right here.
Jason and Caden too, I'm sure if you want to chime in. Just how much has this team just kind of gelled or clicked together since he was able to come back and play there at the end of January?
He wants me to say he's everything to us, but he's not. He's important. And the reason he is important is because we have embraced who he is as a person. And I think he was really hungry for that. And his strength comes from his moxie, if you will. It was not easy. What people don't understand is, we're practicing all year long and he's playing a point guard in practice and we come to a game and he's not playing. Well, you know how discombobulated that is come game time? It's really hard. And so people on the outside think, well, man, they're really struggling. Well, on the inside, we're like, well, you got to watch us practice. We're a lot better. So we just had to get to the point, but going through that made us stronger. It made us more connected. Then when he was eligible, it just brings a different dynamic to our program. But it wouldn't have worked if it was all about him. And yes, he's got some flair to him, but he's one of the most selfless kids I've ever coached. If he didn't have the selfless attitude, the servanthood, it wouldn't have worked. But he's humbled himself and put his teammates above himself, and that's why it's working.
Here on the end.
This one's for Tyson Luke. You guys set a single game record today with 16 3-pointers. The two of you hit 8 of them. What was clicking so well offensively that y'all were able to knock those down?
So really is our confidence coming in, and it's mainly one of our standards is confidence, composure in class, and we came in with confidence off the rip of the game. So it's really having confidence and being able to shoot the ball without being scared of it.
Yeah, I feel like we have a ton of confidence and we were listening to music in the locker room and everybody's just fired up and we came out ready.
Also for Coach and Caden, Caden, you set the table for a lot of those 3-pointers. And then for Coach, like shooting in Rep Arena is sometimes hard for teams. They come in, they don't shoot really well, but you all had one of your best shooting performances of the season. What do you think it was that kind of got the team loose to shoot well?
I think one of the reasons why teams don't shoot well when they come here is they shoot too far out because the lines confuse them in the moment. But we practice shooting every day, and part of that practice is shooting what we call NBA distance. So I'm not concerned about that. If you tell them, hey, let's make sure we understand which line is which, then they start thinking about it. And I think a lot of times teams come in here and they overthink that and they shoot. I mean, the shooting percentage difference between a 24-footer and a 22-footer is huge. And so that's one of the reasons why we didn't think that way. We just focus on the quality of shot. We say, your shot is our shot, so make sure your shot's a good shot. And I'm really tickled to death that we had 27 assists on 38 made field goals. So, Caden had 10 of those. Knucklehead had 6 turnovers as well. But, look at that. Luke had 3 assists. Ethan Dunn had 5 assists, 0 turnovers. Then Clutie 3 assists. We're just, it's selfless basketball, and it's taken a while to get it to that point. But I think the shots going in are just a product of the connectivity of our team.
Okay. Go ahead.
I just trust everybody on our team to make a shot. So I mean, I think we're one of the best shooting teams in the state anyways. I have thought that the whole year. So, I mean, it's just easy for me. Draw two, kick it out. I mean, I think it's going in every time.
Right here in the corner.
Caden, what are these last 2 months been like? Just becoming eligible and then just kind of put the team, somewhat on your back.
Everything. Montgomery County is awesome. They brought me in like I've been here since preschool. That's awesome. The community's awesome. People's awesome. They take care of me. I just wanted to win for them, and it's what I'm doing.
Luke, your dad give you any advice on playing here and how that kind of worked out?
Oh yeah. We watched the game like a week ago, probably. So yeah. Oh yeah.
Final question.
Which game did you watch?
We watched the game at Mason County where he had 47 points. So yes, sir.
Coach, you were able to force 20 turnovers today. What were you looking to do defensively that really worked?
They make you pick your poison. They're all guards. If you put them in a lineup, it's going to be hard to tell who does what different from the one before them. So, and they play really hard. I think Chandler's done a really commendable job with them this year. But are you going to help on the drive and let them kick out and then hope you get there to contest the threes? Or are you going to stay tight on the perimeter and make them take tough twos? And so what I do is I leave our guys on an island sometimes, one-on-one. And, I don't know if I would do that at the college level because, the ball handling and the attacking downhill is so good. But, still at the high school level, I think it's hard to make a one-on-one skilled shot. And so we fouled a little bit too much today. I'm okay with some of them because what was called was probably be how I would let them get away with in practice. But we just they had to beat us one-on-one. We weren't going to let them kick it out. And they only made 2 threes. And so on the season, they're averaging 8.5 made threes out of 25 attempts. And so the metric is for us, we want to hold them less than 4 attempts per quarter. They got 20. So them only getting, it's not that they only made 2, it's that they only shot 20. In their district game against Prestonsburg, they shot 46. So, you got to pay attention to the numbers because I think it paints an identity for your opponent, and then let the film validate that. And so we just decided to stay tight. That's sort of who we are defensively anyhow. So it wasn't that big of an adjustment for us.
Question. One more question.
Jason, you've been around this game for a while here. Just the way they got here, the unique region format out there in the 15th. Just what do you think about that? And is that something you'd want to see in the 10th and, et cetera?
I don't know what I think of it because I haven't spent the time. I do want to spend time learning about it and seeing what the coaches think about it. I haven't allowed myself that opportunity to go down that road and learn about it. So I don't know what I think about it. I think the positives are if you're still going to have your district tournament, it allows the smaller schools to also play in the regional tournament. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, look at who we just played today. They lost, and if they didn't have the super regional, they wouldn't be here. So that's a pretty good story. Now, there's another side to that as well. The traditionalists will not like it, and I'm not, and I may be a traditionalist. I know I am on the class system. So I don't know, to answer your question. I think it's commendable that we're testing it and that we're trying it. Are we going to try it in another region? Does anybody know the answer to that? Okay. I think they need to try it throughout the state other than just one of 16 regions. The sample size needs to be larger before we, get serious with it, I think.
Yeah, final question right here.
Caden, you like those buzzer beaters, huh?
Yeah.
That halftime shot.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, if you score 98 every game, obviously you'll probably cut down the nets, but that won't happen every night. But how much confidence does it give you that you guys can go ahead and maybe win this weekend if those shots are falling like that?
Yeah, I mean, our offense is easy our defense is great actually, I think. But it just makes it so much easier in transition, get more points and wide open shots nonstop. So.
Coach Mason, congratulations to you and the Montgomery County Indians. Good luck the rest of the way, fellas.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Step to your right. Watch your step there.
Step
We have the Lawrence County Bulldogs, head coach Chandler Thompson, student athletes Hayden Perry, Gunnar Woods, and Caden Harris. Coach, remarks on the game, please.
You never want to see a season come to an end, but unfortunately, it happens to everyone except for one of us. And I couldn't be more proud. Our coaching staff couldn't be more proud of this team, and the way they fought and battled and gave ourselves a chance to play here and be here. And I just told the guys in the locker room, this is something that they will remember forever. And if there's one thing to remember, that our season ended in a prayer circle at Rupp Arena, and to me, that's the big picture. There's a lot of things that can be gained from that, and I'm very, very, very proud of them. And I'm blessed to coach this team.
Question from media. Got in the back and then up front.
Hey, Coach, this team showed a lot of fight all season just to get here, especially in that 15th region title game. Only the second time in school history this has been done. What do you hope that this team will be remembered for, and how much optimism does that give you guys heading into the offseason for next year as well?
Yeah, you mentioned it. We battled adversity just like everyone else. And fortunately, we responded well enough to that adversity to be sitting here today. I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of the super region format in the 15th region. We obviously lost in the first round of the district tournament, and thankfully the super region allowed us the opportunity to continue fighting. We went through a gauntlet, 4-game gauntlet to win the 15th region, and that's a testament to these guys and their togetherness, sacrificing for each other. I couldn't be more proud of them, and we just mentioned it in the locker room. This is having the taste of coming and playing at Rupp Arena is a taste that you need to remember, because in the postseason, when district tournament starts next year, that you're going to want to taste it again. So it's just something to hold on to and a goal to have moving forward.
Up front, off the floor.
Coach, we've talked about that fight that you guys have and being able to really grit it out. We saw it in the region tournament, in the region championship game. You have guys getting busted open and coming back out. Tell me about what you saw from them tonight. I mean, obviously the result wasn't what you're looking for, but these guys never hung their head. These guys never stopped fighting for balls. We saw it in the third quarter, diving for them, trying to go after that. Tell me about that fight you saw from them and kind of what you hope their takeaway is from this experience here today.
That's who we are. We fought to get here, and we fought the whole way through. And hats off to Montgomery County. That's a really good team. They're big and physical, and I felt like they didn't miss a shot tonight. They're very well coached. Coach Mays does a great job. But like you said, I'm proud of these guys, our team, for continuing to fight, even when things weren't going our way. I think we were 1 for 9 in the first half from the 3-point line, and opened up the second half with 2 missed threes. So at that point, you're 1 for 11. But I felt like we responded and continued to battle. I felt like in the third quarter, we did a much better job on the boards. But again, hats off to them. They just kept coming. They're really good. They guard it really well. They're big and strong, and they played very well offensively tonight.
Corner.
Yep. Along those lines, Coach Mays was talking about the fact that I think you guys attempted 46 threes or something like that in the regional final. How frustrating was it to get taken out of, your offense, your preferred offense? Because I know you guys shoot about 25, 30 threes a game. How frustrating was that? And was it a point where your team was just looking to get up threes, or was it just not finding the shot that you wanted them to make or take?
Well, we didn't find, the threes that we took 10 threes in the first half, and they were all contested. I mean, they do a really good job defensively. They don't really help off that much. They rely on whoever they're guarding. They rely on that guy to do their job, and they do a very good job at that. But it's who we are. We don't have any 6'5" or 6'6" guys. We've stretched the floor, and we've shot a lot of threes this year, and we've been successful with it. I don't know exactly how many we shot tonight, but I felt like late at the end, we were desperate and tried to throw some up there, just trying to make a run at it. But again, that's a credit to these guys. They never quit. You know, we did shoot some quick threes late, but at that point, they were trying to make plays. So hats off to them for that.
Right here.
For Gunner and any of the other players who will be coming back next year, well, how do you look to build on this, and what do you think valuable lessons have you learned along the way?
Well, we got a taste for it now. All of our guys will be back. All of our starters and our 6 men will be back. We got a taste, like Coach said. We'll be back. We'll be back and stronger.
Just kind of what he said. Now that we've got experience, this is only our second time ever in school history being here. So after the region tournament, we was pretty confident coming in, and we weren't used to getting beat like that. Obviously, Prestonsburg, we bounced back and won the region tournament. But after a loss like this, you want to come back stronger and get better and win at least a game next year.
No, I'm proud of everything we've done, even though we came up short. I'm just proud of everything, and I really believe next year we can make some noise.
Right here in the middle.
Coach, just talk about, I mean, you still played Lawrence County basketball. You turned them over 20 times. Just talk about in that first half when they was hitting all them threes. It's hard to beat a team even if you turn them over when they're shooting like that.
It is. They present a lot of issues to us, again, just because of their size, So I was concerned that they would try to pound us inside there early, and we had a big emphasis on doubling down and helping in the post and not allowing them to get us one-on-one in the post. And, when you take that away, I felt like we did a pretty good job taking that away other than the rebounding battle. And then they throw it out and they hit threes. They had 15 assists in the first half. I think I seen at halftime. And a lot of those assists came off of offensive rebound and kick out threes. So when they stretch the floor that well and then you start taking the three away and they're pounding you inside, they present issues. It's a mismatch problem, but our guys continue to fight and battle. And like you said, I think a large portion of those turnovers, I feel like, I don't know this for sure, but I feel like they came in the second half. So again, hats off to them for not quitting and continuing to battle.
It's be a final question here on the corner.
Coach and the players, congratulations on an unbelievable season. To go through the gauntlet you guys did with Johnson Central and Pikeville through that 15th region tournament. Everybody back next year, like the other reporter mentioned. What can you take away for this experience as youngsters to get back next year? And also talk just a little about the super region, like you mentioned. Is it something that you would like to see the whole state do?
First and foremost, in order to make a run at this, we had 3 really good senior leaders this year that were great teammates. They battled every day and they did whatever they could do to help make success possible for this team. So someone is going to have to step up and replace Keaton, Kaysen, and Wyatt. They did a great job as leaders, and we're thankful for their leadership. And I have no doubt that some of these guys will step up and when they get past the torch for that role. And as far as super region goes, I'm probably the biggest fan in the state of it right now. So I'm obviously incredibly thankful. And the purpose of the super region is to get the 8 best teams in the region tournament. And I think that it did that this year. And I don't know this for sure, but as schools consolidate and, region numbers get shaken up a little bit, I think it's a good way now. I think that the KHSAA can look and see that there's been success with it. So, if a school drops or something like that, instead of realigning regions, I think it's certainly something that they will look at. But yes, I'm a big fan and I would like to see it continue.
Coach Thompson, congratulations to you and the Lawrence County Bulldogs on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
gentlemen.
you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man,